Okay, so here we have Andy Murray. That was going to take us through the 6 checkpoints that we just talked about. Number one of these being the unit turn. So you can see right here, Andy's doing the unit turn. He's doing it properly. One of the things we'll look for is to make sure the racket hand is still attached, or the left hand, the non-dominant hand in this case, to the racket, because that assures that you get a proper turning of the shoulders. You can see he's got a real good shoulder turn here. So this is checkpoint 1, which I call the unit turn. Now checkpoint 2 is interesting. It has to do with the back foot, and I call it the load. So the load is when you put all the weight in the back foot, like a lot of the pros usually do. We can kind of identify his back foot here, and you'll see that when he's loaded here, his racket, or I'm sorry, his leg is bent. So if I get rid of that box and you kind of look at the upper leg and the lower leg, there's definitely a bending here. But as he moves forward, you'll see checkpoint number 3, which is the explode. That means that back foot and leg are going to straighten up, and this will kick his body forward and up. So you can watch that right leg, watch it, watch it, watch it. Now it's pretty much fully straight. So if we just kind of go here, you can see it straight. And if we go back and forth, you can see here it's bent, here it's starting to straighten. Here it's bent, right there, and here it's starting to straighten. And this is a huge thing. So you can see his left side of his body is opening up. Now we're going to go to checkpoint number 4, which for me is the point of contact, which should be out in front of the body. And then depending on what the player wants to do, the finish will be different. So checkpoint number 4, the point of contact, I think is nice. You'll notice Andy's kind of originated close to his pocket. That's where the point of contact is. Keep that in mind. And now extension number 5, I'm sorry, checkpoint number 5 has to do with extension. And for a lot of club players, this is really where they mess up. So does the racket go forward towards the opponent, or does it come whipping around like a chicken wing? And I think you'll see that Andy does have pretty good extension. On this one, he's trying to hit a lot of topspin, so it's not as much as normal. And also, check out what he does on checkpoint number 6, which is the finish. He's going to end up close to his other pocket. So if we kind of identify this as one pocket, and then we back it up all the way to where we were initially, and notice he's kind of close to this pocket level. That's a pocket to pocket swing in my book, and there's all kinds of different finishes. People ask us all the time about the finishes. Is it proper to go around the head or over the shoulder? And it really depends on what the player is trying to do. When someone executes a pocket to pocket, they're putting a lot of topspin on and might be trying to create a short angle or hit a short angle passing shot. But that's a look at the 6 checkpoints, and this particular one, I think Andy came up a little short on his extension, but I think that's because he was doing a pocket-to-pocket roller, which would, by its very nature, have less extension. So those are the checkpoints as it relates to Andy Murray's forehand.